Top of the morning. Salute, brothers. How y'all doing out there? I pray you're all blessed. You're well. Life is taking on new and exciting directions for you that the mountains come to find out were motherfucking molehills. Nothing major, nothing of any real consequence. Subject, preparation, and opportunity. If you haven't trained for it, it'd be hard to run a 10K for the average person, much less someone that's out of shape. I can't talk too much shit about that because I'm out of shape myself. Man, I'm a fighter, but I ain't been training and fighting. So a 10K would kick my ass at this point. But when you prepare, when you put in that that work, you do the hard stuff nobody sees, right? You when they finally get a chance to see what you've done, your your finished product. Some are amazed, some are astounded. Others, they kind of hate on you a little bit, you know. But they had no idea what the kind of work you put in just to get to that point. Now, when you properly, forgive me, prepare yourself, and you put in that work to be where you at, to get what you have, to hit the level you want. Most people view that shit from the finish line, bro. They don't know the late nights and hours of study, and the early mornings, and you being restless and anxious and all that. They don't know none of that. Nor do they even really care. For real, for real. All they know is, you were there now, my nigga, you here. How did you obtain the level of here? That's that good old Scooby mystery they can't figure out. It's called preparation. Now, it's a very simple subject. I know most of us are familiar with it. But when you go back in your mind's eye and reflect about on all the preparation, all the study, all the time it took for you to figure it out and find it out versus, you know, a motherfucker who did, a lay person, you kind of start to see a difference in your strategy and theirs. They were waiting for it to come to them. You went out there and grabbed that bull by the horns and wrestled that son of a bitch down and got it. Went out there to go get it for yourself. That's an honorable trait. Problem is, honorable traits aren't respected by dishonorable motherfuckers. Either way, when you prepare yourself properly, opportunity presents itself to you. You metaphorically, you're in shape enough to run that motherfucker down and take from it what you need. So, in short, gentlemen, keep putting in your 10,000 hours because it all pays off in the end. Yeah, it does. It does. I want to go more in detail, but I can't right now because I'm still where I'm working with something that's brand new and it's fragile. You know, don't want to speak too much on it. But after I get it good and established, trust and believe, I'll run it back to you. Either way, you gentlemen have a blessed, productive day. Keep doing what you're doing. Putting all the naysayers to shame. You know, doesn't matter really what they say while you're in process because it's always a process for the progress. Because they're gonna be waiting at the fucking finish line any fucking way. So with that being said, fuck them and their opinion. For real, for real. But as always, I'm still watching. Quietly from the corners. It's your boy. It's your brother. It's your cousin. It's your nephew. It's your uncle. I'm out.